else. So thank you so much for having me and for having my team from Jaiku. I hope you'll enjoy probably 2 more pieces of that for you? Yes. Okay. So I know it's Christmas season, so I'm going to do this next one, and it's based on Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. Nameless, ancestry and mystery, and no remnant of descendants in the annals of history. Faceless, no known nationality or ethnicity to pinpoint their identity. Numberless, they could have been as few as 2 or as many as 10,000. The only thing they're known as is wise. They could have had multiple doctorates or been completely illiterate. They could have been from broken families or born to royal nobility. They could have come from beautiful palaces or lived in rat-infested gullies. They could have come from cherry gardens or Tivoli gardens, Long Mountain or Mountain View. They could have had money from an abundance of gold or used a widow's mite to buy frankincense and myrrh. The only thing they're known as is wise. They weren't like the chief priests who knew all of the ancient texts and the exact context in which the Messiah would be born, yet chose to stay in the synagogue instead of see the Son of God face to face. They weren't like Herod, who only wanted to pursue Christ so he could destroy every god beside himself, convincing himself that he doesn't need to be a Christian to be spiritual or religious to be a good person. No, these were wise men. None of the classic demographics that we use to rationalize or categorize, because God knew in every generation and every civilization there would need to be wise men. People whose singular focus is to find the King of the Jews and worship him. Men from Orient far who would choose to orient their hearts to the way, the truth, and the life. Men who would travel on dusty roads while others would leave their Bibles to gather dust on their bookshelves. Wise men. So in a world where everyone does what's right in their own eyes, in a world of guilty people whose strength is their God and whose lust is their conscience, in a world that has exchanged the truth of God for a lie and chosen to worship created things instead of their creator, let the church arise and be counted as wise.